Hey, we are joining you from the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Today we're going to hike up to Gregory Bald to see the flaming azaleas. So every June, Gregory Bald has some of the best flame azaleas that you can see really probably anywhere in the country. So we're going to hike up to the Bald today and show you the view from Gregory Bald. And let's check it out. So there's two different ways you can hike up to Gregory Bald. Today we're going to hike up Gregory Bald Trail, which is a 4.5 mile hike up to the Bald, gaining about 2,000 feet elevation. So this is accessed by a one-way gravel road, Parsons Branch, which we drove up. Now the second trail that you can take is called Gregory Ridge Trail, which you can access through the Cades Cove Loop. And that one allows you to go back out Cades Cove Loop road. It is significantly harder to find a parking space there, and honestly, in my opinion, it is a significantly harder hike. So even though you have the one-way gravel road and we have to come out on the Dragon Highway 129 once we're done with the hike today, this is by far my favorite way to do this hike. So I just remembered one clarifying: you can actually hike up to Gregory Bald from the 20-mile area up Wolf Ridge, or I think it's Long Hungry Branch maybe. I've hiked up that direction in the wintertime, which is a super fun hike. That would probably be my second option. Gregory Ridge is a trail that I'm probably going to try to avoid since I've done the 900 at this point. Wolf Ridge from 20 mile and then Gregory Bald are definitely my favorite ways to get up here. Look who got up early today. Not happy about it, even though this was her idea. Found us a nice big tulip poplar. Big tree. I feel like this trail is a pretty good representation of what most trails in the Smokies are like, which is heavy tree cover, really no views. Maybe a little window through the trees every now and then. Oh, here's our first one. We're at pretty much exactly mile 3. I guess at 2.9. Man, that's a good one. So we're at mile 3.5, and you can tell we're probably about 4,500 feet elevation. So the forest is starting to change a little bit, kind of transitioning from the cove hardwood that we started in. It's kind of thinning out a little bit, and we'll start to notice more grassy spots as we go up a little higher in elevation. We'll end up around just a little under 5,000 feet at Gregory Bald. This red. He is beautiful. Alright, we just hit mile 4 and we are at campsite 13. This is a place I've always wanted to camp. And we're about to hit the junction with Wolf Ridge to head to Gregory Bald. Alright, so that direction is Wolf Ridge, which will take you down to 20 mile. That's a really fun hike. That'll take you down to Parsons Bald as well. So we have half mile to Gregory Bald, and we should be starting to hit some azaleas as we go up this half mile stretch right here. Okay, so this is a big deal because I just found a red cheek. And this is the lowest elevation that I've ever found one. I've also never found one outside of the spruce fir forest. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Three?
Yeah, there's one underneath. And then there's one right.
All right, we're mile 4.45. And really at this point we're up on the Bald. So you're gonna have a ton of spur trails through the grass. So you wanna just kind of keep track of where you're at. But we're gonna have tons of azaleas out here from this point. Some nice pink ones. There's multiple places in the Smokies you can find flame azaleas on the Balds, but Gregory definitely has the most and the most variety of colors that I've ever seen. So Nikki said these are called blood azaleas, right?
Yes. A very deep red.
And we have a really pretty pink back here. And then these are really pretty right here. This one's really pretty. So I saw my friend Randy Ratliff up here, and he found some humongous timber rattlesnakes. I'm not going to show you where they're at, but just wanted to drop some in the video here. Biggest snakes I've ever seen out in the wild, for sure.
This place has great genetics up here. I don't know what it is, but most of the timbers up here are massive.
Yeah, that is a big timber.
Yeah, it sure is, man.
It's way bigger than the one we found at my
I'm telling you, these, they just...
Man, I can't really, there's a...
several times, and look, they still bring chill bucks to Mars.
There's a dark one right there. That is a big snake.
You may find more. I haven't had any luck yet up in here, but I'm gonna search it.
That's a good view of it. Back up, that's fine. That's just he's fine, he's just rattling. Not even made it to the main area yet. Too much snake excitement. Alright, we are looking down into Maryville right there. And then this is down into Cades Cove. That's looking at Thunderhead and Mount LeConte way in the back. So I guess that should probably be Kawohe right there. And now this way back into North Carolina. Looking down into Cades Cove right there. And those are really pretty. Hard to pick a favorite color. I'm not sure if we've seen this color today. Super light pink.
That's a debutante azalea.
I was not. Alright, we're just kind of making our way around the bald here. So you have a trail. If you're coming up Gregory Ridge to the right, that'll take you to the big open view, grassy bald. This trail to the left, we'll just kind of walk you through a... Ooh, there's a yellow. Nikki, here's the yellow.
Already forgot. Thanks.
I'll take you through this kind of azalea grove. I don't think we've seen one of these yet. All right, one last look from Gregory Bald. We're about to head back down. We've been up here over an hour and it's definitely hard to want to walk back down. Especially today. This is probably the best views I've ever had. The colors are amazing. All right, last little stretch before we get back in the trees. How was it?
It was beautiful.
How was the snake?
It was terrifying.
Have you ever heard a timber rattle before?
That's my first. So those were some big daddy snakes for sure. But the azaleas were beautiful. Highly recommend.
Hey, that'll wrap up our hike to Gregory Bald today in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Hope you liked the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. We had about a little over 9 miles total and 2,200 feet of elevation gain. So overall had a great day. See you next time.